Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of 60 Formula. Today we are going to be checking out my garage and everything that I got set up here. I'll be talking about all my safety gear. So let's just jump right into it. The types of gloves that I have. Right now I am using this brand called Fly. I'll zoom in for you right here. These are really nice gloves. Have some protection on the knuckles here, and they're a really nice color, really grippy right here in the middle, so you can really grab that throttle, the brake and the clutch. And also I've been told that these are like, you can use these for your cell phone. They're touch sensitive, so that's pretty cool. I haven't tried that out yet because I don't really use my cell phone on my bike. And these are what I use. I wish it came up a little bit higher on the wrist, had some wrist protection, but for beginner gloves, these are pretty dope. How I transport everything, I use a Magellan backpack. I got this actually at Target for, I think it was like $24, I want to say. It was really cheap, 25 bucks. All the backpacks there were really overpriced. They were like some of the North Face and some of the other brands were just like $80 backpacks. This one was just 30, and it's really, I mean, it's heavy duty. I'll show you up close here. This is just like, if this got into the rain, this is not going to get destroyed. It's kind of like, it's really plasticky. It's not like leather or anything, so it does the job. It's got a lot of pockets to it. I keep a lot of my recording equipment in here, emergency equipment that I need, and then I keep a lot of open space in case I need to pick something up like groceries or whatever I'm going to get. Moving on to the helmets, I got a couple here. So this first one is my first helmet, and it's an HJC helmet. I'm not really familiar with how popular brands are when it comes to, you know, motorcycle helmets, but this brand is pretty cool. I actually really like this helmet. It's comfortable. There are a couple things that I don't really like about it. For one, the adjustment of the visor inside is actually up here on the top. Like, you pull this all the way back, and that's just like, it's really annoying because on the Scorpions, they're just on the side. And actually my other Scorpion doesn't even have a visor, but on the Scorpions are usually on the side. It's way better. It feels more natural to just adjust your visor on the side, but for some reason this helmet doesn't have that. But yeah, this helmet actually has my GoPro Hero 4 attached to it. Now, I had to buy this camera from someone on Craigslist because they don't sell the Hero 4 anymore, and in order to set up a GoPro basically with a decent microphone, you got to buy one of the old ones, because the new GoPros, they don't have the proper output, I guess it is. They don't have the proper insert for a cord for a microphone. So I literally had to buy this off of Craigslist, and it doesn't work very well, I gotta be honest. But it gets the job done. When it does work, it works really well, and I'll show you guys how I've set this thing up. Basically, if you look here, I've set the camera up to the side of the helmet, and this is an adapter right here. It goes around, and get a little bit closer, and you'll see that right there is the microphone hooking up to the adapter. And then I just took it, and if you look down here, this is all just electrical tape on the helmet, and it just feeds right into the helmet. And I'll show you now inside of it how I basically I ran the cord back there, and I put electrical tape in the strap back in there, held it down, and then I fit it right here. It sits right there, and there's electrical tape, as you can see, just holding it down. And it does a pretty good job. The electrical tape holds pretty well. I have to, you know, fix it every once in a while, add a little bit more, but for the most part, it does really good. See, it's pretty seamless. Just want to make sure you make your crosses when you're using electric tape, because you want to put it down the center and make a cross. And yeah, it actually is a decent setup. And I learned how to do that setup from a few YouTubers, actually. There's a lot of really good videos, and I'll link some down below so you can see exactly how to make a setup like that if you want to, you know, talk or discuss anything, record what you're doing when you're using a motorcycle. I know a lot of people try and discourage me from learning while I'm recording, but it's the best way for me to look back on my progress and figure out what I'm doing wrong and what I'm not. So, you know, everybody learns at their own pace. Next helmet that I have is actually a Scorpion, and this is the first Scorpion helmet I've ever had. Now, these run actually a little bit more expensive than HJC, at least in my case it did. And I really like this helmet. Like the color, it reminds me of a freaking Power Ranger or something. It's like got that blue and white and red 90s design to it. It's pretty interesting. It's actually pretty much the same as the HJC. It's got a few differences. You know, the inside is a little bit more comfortable. It's a little bit more snug. Has these emergency straps right here, which I don't know what those emergency straps do. I think you just pull them if you can't get your helmet off or something, and I'm not really sure, to be quite honest. This helmet actually has right here is the clip to take off the visors on the side, which is pretty interesting because on the HJC it's right here in the center. So they're different. They have these different little nuances about them that make them different. What I really like to get, come on, focus. What I'd really like to get is some mirrored or tinted windshields for these helmets. This helmet has a few more little thingies about it, like this thing here, these little clips right here. I'm not really sure what these do. I'm a new rider, so I figured these are just like things that, you know, control airflow or prevent your mask from fogging up, those kinds of things. But, you know, as far as the helmet fits and feels, it's wonderful, it's comfortable. The only thing about this one is it doesn't have a sun visor inside of it, so I actually prefer that because I don't really need that. That's why I want to just get the tinted visor instead for the front, and I won't even need that anyways because I never use it on the HJC. Even though it's cool, makes me feel like Terminator when I put it down, it's just I don't really need it. Also, this helmet, it's not equipped with any kind of GoPro or video recording stuff, so it's just, this is my helmet I put on whenever I just want to go out and ride and have a good time and practice. I don't wear this one typically unless I want to record and see what kind of things I'm doing wrong or what kind of things I'm doing right. This helmet I just put on if I want to go out and learn. So I do have two different helmets. It's always good to have two anyways. And this helmet right here is another Scorpion helmet just for a guest rider or someone who wants to ride with me. You know, this helmet's actually a small, I kind of have a bigger head. These are medium-sized helmets. Yeah, so I just have like a guest helmet, and so those are my helmets right there. Get a wide shot so you guys can see them. It's basically what I work with when it comes to head protection. I don't have a jacket yet, and everybody's like dogging me for it, but I will get one very, very soon. We're gonna be looking at my Ninja 300. It's equipped with a few things. Number one is one of these RAM mounts. Now these are kind of expensive. I think they're like $60, $50, but they are awesome. I don't condone using your cell phone on a motorcycle. you should never use, you know, your cell phone when you're riding. But if you want to use navigation, which is totally acceptable, these are the way to go. Now, if you look right down here, this this thing, it comes with a what they call I think a D-bar, and it wraps on, it actually bolts onto the handlebar of your motorcycle. So, I mean, if you can see, it's not going anywhere. And when you ride, it is super stable. These things are super tight. They keep your cell phone in place. One of the best things that I've actually spent money on when it comes to accessories for my motorcycles. I love this thing. There's a lot of other knockoffs out there, super cheap ones that I hear don't work as well because you just lose the, you get that shakiness. You can lose your cell phone if you're riding too fast. This thing is it's durable. It's top quality. And last but not least, I have a GoPro Hero 6 Black sitting here on the windshield of my Ninja 300, and this is just so I can get some cool shots of me when I'm practicing. I don't really use that footage all too often, but you never know. If I want to, I can just hit the record button, and then I can get some secondary shots of me riding the bike from the front. Maybe see some cool stuff from behind. Thanks for watching. Just wanted to show you guys the kind of gear that I've been using. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please let me know what kind of helmets you guys use, what kind of gear you guys use when you go out on your motorcycle. What sort of gloves do you have? What do you guys think is the best gear? What do you recommend? Because I still need to get a jacket. So please leave your comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you next time with whatever I make. Peace!